All right, to discuss the jobs number in the economy, we're joined by John Lemme. He's the founder of the conservative business journal. John, good to have you with us. John, some of the experts are still trying to pour cold water on this jobs report. What's your take?
Well, first off, thank you for having me on today. And it's exciting to hear the numbers. You know, what's interesting, and I was kind of just affirming, and I was getting enthusiastically excited when you hear those numbers. You know, what's important is behind every number is a life. Behind every number is a real person with a real family, with real goals and real dreams for their lives. And what's exciting is going into this weekend, there are more people working, which brings consumer confidence, where they're confident they're going to earn income, make money for their family, be an example for their children, for their community, and be able to put into the economy, be able to go out to restaurants and movies and buy special gifts for their family and loved ones this weekend. So besides all the skeptics and all the smoke and mirror screening they like to put up there, because no matter what President Trump does, the administration, and another number you said was 90 weeks in a row, and people are keeping their jobs, and a 50-year unemployment low. All of you, really listen to that. That is tremendous. That is record-breaking, absolutely incredible. So it is phenomenal, extraordinary.
Okay, but John, the big picture is unemployment is at a 50-year low at 3.5%, but there's only so much more room for growth when you have a labor market like that. Eventually, the growth rate is going to slow down, and we're starting to see that a little bit. Do you think that that is justification, though, for the pessimism regarding the recession and calls for the Fed to continue to cut rates?
Well, that's a great question. And what's exciting is because we all know the infamous 5 letters that begin with C, China. Because of the sanctions and tariffs, more companies are starting to position workers here in America. So you're going to see more factories. You're going to see the middle class work and middle class income increase because more people are bringing business to America. Take a look at Apple, who chose to build their Mac computers in Austin, Texas, which is like a shocker from Apple. Take a look at the factory.
But at the same time, we did have manufacturing data week, and in fact, the stock market reacted very negatively on Tuesday to that weakening manufacturing report. Then they fell some more on Wednesday after a weaker than expected service economy report. But then stocks really rebounded on new hopes of a Fed rate cut. And then we had today's jobs report. So when you look at all of these reports, which one should be the most important in terms of determining a market rally, in terms of what equity investors are looking at?
Unemployment is the lowest ever, and people believe in their jobs, and they believe on Monday morning they're going to work. And that's, you know, because when you put everything to the bottom line about business, it's about revenue being generated, workers earning income, and people feeling confident about their jobs and the growth of the company. And you're going to see some interesting facts and figures come out in the next few weeks in reference to China, and more factories opening up here in America, and people shutting down in China and moving here back to America. So it's going to be an exciting remaining final 88 days of the year 2019 going into 2020.
I appreciate your optimism, John, but there are still a number of many big issues out there. Of course, U.S.-China trade, that's a big one. And now we also have the potential EU sanctions, the World Trade Organization giving the Trump administration the go-ahead to impose sanctions on the EU. What do you think happens there?
Well, I believe what's going to happen is when people see the strength and courage of President Trump to stand up for the economy, stand up for the American worker, and have a vision. You know, that's why sometimes there's short-term pain for long-term gain. And I believe right now, and the reason why I say optimism, and it's not positive thinking optimism, it's factual development on the economy and the economic ingredients, you know, the ultimate recipe that was built as soon as President Trump took over the administration and started to reorchestrate and started to reformulate the recipe of success. So there are a lot of specific ingredients in the economy, and small business America, which is over 90% of America, is mom and pop businesses, which is the entrepreneur core of America, which is driving the economy. So that's the exciting part. So yes, there's always going to be optimism and concern, but we're dealing with with the crazy media, as you obviously know better than anyone. So the facts are more people this weekend are going to go out to dinner because they got more money in their pocket. That's a fact.
All right, we appreciate your perspective and your optimism. John Lemme, founder of the Conservative Business Journal. Thanks for being with us.